Here is it's a control deck. It's got 4 copies of Harsh Rule and Lightning Storm. This is just a pretty stock list that I pulled off of I think it was RNG Eternal. So a couple Icaria as your main win condition, so just really powerful top end threat. And on top of your, a couple of Valkyrie Enforcers, a utility card, and then like hammers and Stone Scar Mauls and dash, to also beat up your opponent and their troops. So let's battle. All right. Real easy redraw here. 6 resources and an Inspire. Really wish the opening hand used the same algorithm as the non-opening hand. This hand is pretty reasonable though. Got some early interaction here, which it looks like we're gonna need. Lightning Storm's a good pickup. So thinking about my influences, I think I'm going to. We need to get a second Justice, so let's play this out and play Seek Power to grab a second Justice. So opponent played a Treachery here, which deals 2 damage to me. And then they get to discard a unit of their choice from my hand, but I didn't have a unit in my hand, so they did not get to discard any of them. So I'll play that. The question is, I think I just want to go ahead and Inspire here. Ideally, I'd like for this this Lightning Storm to get some value here rather than Lightning Striking just his one guy here. If my opponent doesn't play out another unit this turn, I'll probably spend some removal on it. Alright. Yeah, this has probably done enough damage to me at this point. Want to preserve my life total a little bit, so I'm going to actually strike this down and hold this Lightning Storm. Opponent could be playing... They're likely playing the burn deck, but they could be playing a... they could be playing a token strategy with Bandit Queen and stuff like that. So, alright, yep, definitely not playing the tokens deck. Definitely the burn mid-range deck. Let's go ahead and Inspire. We've got a Vanquish to kill this, thankfully. Let's go ahead and Seek Power, grab one. This is a quick action, right? Nope, that is not quick. I'm glad I checked. Fast. Let's just kill that now. That would have been embarrassing. Opponent doesn't have anything going on. That's nice. This Maul is going to come down next turn and just body them most likely. I will be right back. Hey, bud. You need help with your track? My toddler has two pieces of bridge that he can't manage to get together himself yet, so he doesn't always ask. Let's go ahead and smash. Those are good pickups there. Soulfire Drake is not great for us. Got to destroy our weapon for freeze. So this, when it dies, it gives each of their units randomly flying or charged. So I think I'm going to go ahead and Enforcer to silence this before I go ahead and use this Lightning Storm. Another Treachery that doesn't do anything. Overwhelm. Oh, so we're probably dead next turn. Scale of... So I guess I could get a weapon to get some armor on myself. I can't play any of these. I guess I'm going to get this in the hope that I'm not just dead next turn. There's a very good chance they have the card that just deals damage to me equal to their resources here, which means that I am dead. Yeah, Flame Blast. All right. Good game. The mistake, so we exactly died that game, which probably means we managed to take. I think I probably should have been less greedy or use my life tools a bit less for resource in the early turns there. I let their 2-1 hit me, I think it was 2 or 3 times, and I could have taken at least 1 less hit from that. So this only has 1 resource in it, but it's got 2 Seek powers. How's the rest of it? Yeah, the rest of this is fine. Grab a Justice. I mean, if I just take 2 less damage, I'd have lived there at 1, and then I would have put the Sword of the Sky King on, and I almost certainly would have won because of the Sword of the Sky King. So, we'll need triple for this, but I want to be able to play that sooner rather than later. I probably should have played a Justice Sigil there, actually, so I could play this on 3 if I needed to. What's for lunch? It's a frozen, I think it's a quiche of some sort. I don't know, some frozen thing my wife bought. I don't just want to play this out for no value. Punt Count Infinity with the 7-month resub. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. So I don't want to play this out for no value because they have cards with lots of text boxes that I care about. I think I'm going to Wisdom now because we could hit a Vanquish. Oh, I guess I just have this thing, right? Yeah, I'm a liar. I'm just going to go ahead and... Forgot I had the Eye of Winter here, so stun that, pass the turn. Value in the Runehammer line? No, I think we were pretty committed to just like... I think getting the Sword of the Sky King is the play to win line, whereas the one you're talking about is like the play to not lose. Wisdom of the Elders is a fast spell. And this interaction is just so devastating in this deck against other decks that have units in them. Eye of Winter gets to sit here and lock down their unit. So they have to play out a second unit to get around the Eye of Winter, and then you get to Harsh Rule them or Lightning Storm them. So like now, my opponent's played out another unit so they can get past this, and I just, play Harsh Rule and kill both their guys. And then, they play out another unit, and Eye of Winter locks down their next unit. And I have to play out a second unit to get around Eye of Winter, then we Harsh Rule them again. Ideally, we'll run off some Fire Sigils here to get Icaria onto the board. Maybe I should just play this Valkyrie Enforcer just to, have a clock. Nah, I think that's greedy. They have, that silly, what's it called? The, 5-1 that when it dies, it, deals 5 damage to me, and I'd much rather silence that, I think. Ooh, awkward. Deathly Fiend! 15 months. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming back again and again and again. You're old! I posted a deck list on my Twitter. My Twitter page. There's a link to it in the information. I don't have deck lists set up for Eternal because Eternal does not have an API like Hex does. That would be a great feature. I don't think this hand's actually keepable. It's got like some resources and stuff, but it doesn't do anything. Like I feel like you can't keep a hand that's not like a removal spell or a piece of early interaction in this game. And you know, reward we this is almost the exact same hand, only it doesn't have a seek power now, so it's strictly worse. But we have to keep it. Eternal is very reasonable. It has decent gameplay, and the quick soundbite games are enjoyable, and the client is fairly smooth, which is nice. I like a lot of things about Eternal. There's a lot going for it. That is a great draw. It allows us to have a piece of early interaction here. Yeah, I hope so too. The API about Hex is honestly one of the best things about the client. It's so excellent. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up a Justice here, and I'm gonna go ahead and play this Justice out in case we draw another Justice next turn. It allows us to play this Falcon Forcer. API is application programming interface. It allows third-party developers to interact with the software that you're developing. So, like on Hex, what it enables you to do is Hex, like whenever I hit save in the Hex deck editor, it automatically uploads the deck list and the changes that I've made to a third-party website. So that way, I can just like that Hex decks button below. I don't manually update that every time. Every time I make a change to one of my decks, that automatically gets updated and stuff like that. Like Hex has as we have like a third party website that like tracks all of the ladder deck lists that do well because they give us access to seeing the ladder data. This can get us our second Justice and play this. So there's lots of powerful things you can do. Opponent's playing a control deck, but probably has things that we want to silence at some point. Don't mind silencing this. I'm gonna be able to play Icaria on 7, which is nice. I'm just going to go ahead and play this, turn it into a little baby 2/4 that my 3/3 blocks. I know, like, Eternal is still we're in open beta now, but it's still in beta, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have an API planned at some point. It's a real shame a lot of things don't exist for Magic Online. That's great for us. So now we can play this harsh rule out and not feel bad about it because I'm getting a 2-for-1 out of it. And I wanted to play this harsh rule out before we play the Icaria because obviously we don't want to harsh rule away our threat. The people who develop Magic Online probably don't even know what the letters API stand for. This card has Aegis and Charge and Warcry 5, so the next weapon or unit we draw will have +5/+5. Alright. A sweet new Battlegrounds game, right? It is cutting edge. And I fully intend to finish the Magic Battlegrounds campaign on stream after the Players' Championship before the end of the year. Because that game is lit. My last 6 days, I've played a lot of Magic. This hand had one more resource in it, I'd keep it. It's got a lot of reasonable spells in it, but just I'm going to keep a 2-resource card. It's been a while since we've done it. Nope, I meant to... I was talking and clicking at the same time. I should have grabbed this for Eye of Winter, the Primal. Yep. Gonna get punished for my mistakes, because I'm an idiot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at the punishment. I should have an Eye of Winter in play right now. Oh, the mistakes that I have made. Look, then we drew that, you know. All right. Well, we'll play this. We'll hammer that. Next turn they'll play a resource and we can vanquish this, I guess. Someone asked about the Players Championship. I've been testing for that the last 2 weeks straight, basically. Feeling reasonably ready for it, I think. Deck lists actually were due tonight, so I actually submitted mine last night when I finished our testing session. We can vanquish this, and then I can play this Valk. This Valk Enforcer won't get rid of the power up from this, but it will wipe away the Empower text, so this won't get bigger than a 3/3 here. I've also recorded almost all of my, not all of it, probably about half actually. I don't want to. I've recorded a good deal of my testing, so I've got probably about 10 to 12 hours worth of Magic videos that are going to get posted this weekend when after the PC stuff goes up. I'm just going to play this, and if I wipe this out, does it get rid of the bonus? Probably not. I don't know. They didn't have anything else worth wiping out, so. Primal Sigil, obviously great draw. What am I eating? It's a frozen quiche thing that my wife bought. Microwave and good to go. Give all his units endurance. Well, that makes my Eye of Winter much worse. Endurance says things can't be stunned. That was a good draw for us. Hopefully we hit a Fire Sigil next turn and get to just beat down with Icaria here. Skill game. I am still a vegetarian. So this won't actually get silenced because it had Aegis, but that will take the Aegis off of it, so opponent likely has removal spell for this. Yep. That's unfortunate. No reason to play this out. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, and yes, the Players' Championship is all three relevant constructed formats to answer your question is Standard, Modern, and Legacy. So my testing for said event is in all of those formats. All right, Harsh Rule survey says no. I'd have been able to kill this, and then have it still would have died probably. No, I just don't. I don't really like meat. I'd be a lot less fat if I followed a diet. God, all the one resource hands today. Again, please. Maybe I should have played that so I could do this. I probably don't have a turn to play anyways. Ooh, all right. Well, hopefully we get to play this on curve. Hopefully we're not dead before we play this on curve, actually. Huh, so that's interesting. Yeah, I think, okay, yeah, I think the sequence that I've set up is fine here. We're going to play this next turn, and then we'll Wisdom of the Elders. Oh, crap. I forgot to, thank you for pointing that out. The tip cup was off-centered for that I had set up. Could very, very well be dead before we get to this harsh roll. Oh, yeah. Kill me. Lightning Storm? Lightning Storm? So we're taking just casual 8-ball here, down to 11. Yep. Yep, just gonna die before we play this harsh roll. Man, we're even on the play this game. Huh. Lightning Storm? Lightning Storm? Okay. Dead. And so, this is actually the constructed deck that I built during... I built a variation of this. It was the 4-color armory deck that someone mentioned earlier during the closed beta. And, maybe this was a bad deck to build because that was part of the reason I stopped playing the closed beta. Playing control in this game is a little frustrating when they're best of one. A lot of things are frustrating with best of one. That is one of my only complaints about Eternal. Like a lot of what the game has going on, but best of one is not interesting or exciting from a competitive aspect. From a time-saving soundbite game aspect, I understand the best of one. From a trying to minimize variance, it is pretty awful. Missed our resource. Let's go ahead and play Lightning Storm here. Doesn't kill this, but it gets rid of the Aegis, and it takes his other two things to give him increased power off the table. Oh, let's stop the war cry. At least foot in mouth, 5-month resub. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Womp, womp. Well, we're currently like 1-3 on the day, and it looks like we're heading our way towards 1-4, so the Icaria Blue might not last very long. Control decks are pretty bad in a game like this. Chris Anderson didn't qualify, so... What you got? Casual 5-6 for 4. Scale of 1 to dead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's... I would like to be on record before I say what I'm about to say. You know, I like resource systems in game. Best of ones make exacerbate one of the... I said that word wrong. They make resource systems in games like this more frustrating than they would otherwise be if you had best of 3. Losing the occasional game to Screw or Flood is happen, and it's fine design, and it helps with... It still makes deck building interesting, but you can minimize that variance by not having best of 1. So maybe we lose 1 or 2 more, we'll just go back to... Maybe we'll draft. I think I have enough coins to draft. I don't have a lot of cards in this game. I've played an okay amount, but, like, I just, you know, it takes a while to build things up. I even put, you know, $40 into the game to kick the developers some money for a good game and build my collection. Oh, good. Oh, good, the mirror. This has to... Well, Icaria Blue's finally gonna win. Did you know Icaria Blue wins the mirror 100% of the time? A little known fact. Can we draw? Right? Maybe the plus life EV play here is to concede and find another game. I'm all about the plus life EV plays. Again, I can't try most decks because, I'm not putting $200 into a game that I can never get the money back out of. That's just the TLDR. Just haven't played nearly enough to. Alrighty, well, let's lightning strike this. Get rid of the Aegis, and then on my turn we will vanquish it. So I plan to play a reasonable amount. I plan to start streaming, on the reg, but I don't. Maybe I should have done this with the vanquish this turn, just to, like, get the 3/3 on the table. Do you have any advice for someone that just started playing yesterday? Just make sure you do all of your quests. The quests are very, very reasonable way to, like, build your collection at minimal cost. They're a great addition. So, like, I want to play this Staff of Stories, but my opponent cast this Rise to the challenge last turn that almost certainly got something that will kill the Staff of Stories. Yep. Whoa, he didn't attack me. Okay, well. Huh? Yep. Done that plenty of times. Alright, well, let's torch you. Oh, I probably should have waited until, they played something to do that. Nope. Huh, what did they get? Draw some cards here, restun this dork. I think it's okay. We've got a Sword of the Sky King in it. I wonder if they picked up their Sword of the Sky King. Protect. Huh. And this is where having what I like to call a sloppy stack feels bad. If this was, a game of Magic, I would have been able to respond to my own activation there and torch this so it would still be stunned here. So pretty good chance I die this turn because of how the sequencing on that works out. So their Aegis protected from my stun. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to take 8 from this because of how the lack of a stack works. Oh, yep. Dead. And they did end up getting Icaria like I thought they got. So, Had we... Yeah. Alright, we'll lose one more with this and then maybe we'll draft. Good quick highlight of why this deck's not the greatest. Waiting to queue. Hi ho, the Cheerio, waiting to queue. Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you're at in the world. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a professional gamer of sorts, and here on this channel, we stream Magic, Hex, Eternal, and all sorts of different digital card game-related things. If you're enjoying the content, you can show that support by using the follow or subscribe buttons below the stream. Yeah, again, I feel like I can't keep a hand that doesn't have a torch or a lightning storm or anything like that, and a lightning strike. This hand's much better. Play this so we can play Inspire on one here. So what I like it... What makes it better or worse than Hearthstone or Hex? I think My my favorite aspect about Eternal is the quick timings of the game. Like I mentioned last game, the fact that had it been like Magic, I would have been able to respond to my own thing and like have that sequencing work out a little bit better for me in that particular instance. But I think in general, the way Eternal handles a lot of timing things is ideal. The full-blown priority system that Magic and Hex have makes games often a little bit clunky, especially when you play them in a digital form like this. Like in paper, a lot of the priority passing that you do in Magic is implied or shortcutted, and in a digital game like that, you just can't have those shortcuts a lot of the time, while still having the full same system that we come to expect from Magic. There we go. There's the look at that. We got both the things we wanted for Christmas. Thank you, Santa. And draw a card. Play the Seek Power. What do I need? A third fire for Icaria. Play this Lightning Storm. Slaughter your team. So the quickness of the games is nice. I like that they have a mobile client already. That's a big reason that I play as much Eternal as I do. I play a good amount off stream. Is the fact that I can play it, from my cell phone. Opponent has a torch, right? Yeah, and that's another thing. It only pauses when they have something to do. So we know our opponent has a torch right now. I think I'm just going to snag Icaria here. I'm only one more resource off of playing that. I didn't cast the Harsh Rule just to cash in on their 1/1s here because I'd like to get more value out of it than this. We're still at a pretty medium high life total, so hopefully they put some more duders on the table here. More than happy to Harsh Rule this amount of guys. Have all of our influences and just get whatever here. How's it going, Coach? Summon. Oh, that's pretty good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Make it rain! Alright, so what are we doing here? We're definitely playing this. Now the question becomes, do I want to dash, I could dash and kill both of these. I'll take 2 out of it, but that's probably worth it. Yeah, that's probably loose, actually. Yeah, I'm going to obliterate this nerd. And then I'm going to vanquish this one. Yeah, the Santa hats are great, I agree. Alrighty. So we've got this, and then this they can't activate yet. So yeah, we're just going to play the Steel Dashino and smack this, and then smack my opponent. This lets me attack twice in a turn. I also have Lightning Strike up here in case they have a speed unit. Rapid Shot. Ooh, that's annoying. So they gave their guy plus power, so that way it ended up hitting me. Hey, Steven. Oof. Okay, so another one of those. Chaos Spike with the $3 donation. Game looks sweet. Mind if I get your advice on that long question? Chaos Spike, did I miss? Dude, did I miss your question, Chaos? Should I have sent bits and not a donation? How long has Eternal been out? So Eternal actually hasn't had a full release yet. They are currently in open beta. They went into open beta like a month or so ago. So I've been reasonably enjoying it. Like I said, the fact they have a mobile client is just good for good quick games. And I figured since I was playing it and had some cards anyways, I might as well stream some of my gameplay of it at least once a week. I think Rakdos, Toskar, Burn, or Icaria Blue. I think the Proactive decks. I'm not going to block here because Rapid Shot kills my Icaria. Not worth that trade. Um, that's a good draw. Let's go ahead and crunch. So we've gotten 2 Warcry 5s. The Icaria alone's probably just going to beat them into the ground here. But, that's long. Sorry. Let me scroll. I'm scrolling back here. Chaos. I'm sorry I missed it. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, a lot of torches. All right. End turn. Oh, I always forget that Aegis doesn't protect my own thing, so he was able to... That my Lightning Storm dealt 2 to this, so he torched it and then torched it again. We've got a double Warcry card in here, so there's something in here that's got... Like that! That Valkyrie is huge. Xbox huge, in fact. Is Icaria OP? No, I don't actually think this deck is very good. It doesn't seem control decks in this game seem like they're tough to win games with consistently just by the design of the game. Between the lack of sideboard and how the mulligan system works, I think it definitely rewards being aggressive more than anything else. This seems reasonable. Again, we could just this could just be a matchup where Lightning Storm doesn't have a text box, but we do at least have a Wisdom of the Elders in case our opponent's playing a control deck. So I think this is a fine keep. Again, you need quick interaction in this game for sure, because the format encourages aggressive decks, so there are a lot of aggressive decks in the game. Please don't play a 2-cost 3/3. Please don't play a 2-cost 3/3. Please. I said please. I said please. 2-cost 3/3, so awkward. We've got deal 2 and kill thing with 4 power or more. Turns out 3/3, perfect sides to avoid all that. Oh yeah, Twitch has a character limit, so it must not have come through. Twitch has a character limit on how long your the things you can be to type in chat. So, since we have 2 Lightning Storms here, I have the choice between playing Wisdom of the Elders and Eye of Winter. I think I actually want to play Eye of Winter here, and then next turn we'll be able to double Lightning Storm. Yeah, I've seen those decks floating around. I have all of the rares for that since I've been playing the Felon Scream deck, so that'll probably be the next legendaries I craft. I drafted an Icaria at one point, so that's why I just crafted. I only needed to craft 2 legendaries. I drafted a Dashino and an Icaria, so I didn't have to craft much to build this deck. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Like the way the game's designed, it's tough for control. I like control decks though, so and I'm already in Master, so let's just have some fun and play the bad control deck. Wisdom now to try and draw some resources. Yeah, I'll probably play a draft as soon as I get tired of losing with this. I don't think I want to play this hammer out because it gives you invulnerable to damage until end of turn. So I usually like to save this as to use a piece of removal first. This Vault Tower 35, coming from a place full of LGSs and play Magic, the closest spot from its hour, so I figured opening an LGS would be awesome. I mean, 35,000 people isn't a small amount of people. New players here about partnering to open one. He went ahead and opened one himself. So it's actually kind of funny. Your question's kind of funny because I had a very similar situation in the town where I live now. And the town where I live now is a college town. So during the school year, we're a little bit larger. We have probably closer to 100,000 people when school's in session. But I'm just gonna play this and start attacking. We gotta clock them. We're probably gonna get burned out as is. But anywho, there was only one shop in town for the longest time, and then another one opened up. And I think competition drives innovation. So I think competition in general is a good thing. On a scale of 1 to dead, I think we're just dead here. I have to cast this, but which does... I guess I could have... No, I can't kill it with a weapon because then we're just dead. We're probably just dead regardless here, actually. Oh, the Rune Hammer deals with the 5-1 nicely. I guess that makes sense. Okay. We would save the 5 damage. Yeah, that makes sense. This matchup still feels... That matchup still seems like it's pretty abysmal. Control deck bad against burn deck probably translates well into this game like it does in all other TCGs. You are definitely correct that I should have played the hammer first, though. Let's play this. I have double fire. Get my second justice online. Hey, Marty. I think the Scream list that I was playing is pretty good against the Stone Scar deck. All right, resources. All right, we tried. It takes some practice, aka it's probably not a good matchup. And again, the lack of sideboard, I believe it could probably be made into a reasonable matchup with a 15 to 20 card sideboard where you have some amount of cards that go into beating that matchup, but no, there's no permafrost in this build, which maybe there should be. I don't know. Permafrost is a pretty good generic answer. I guess we don't care a ton about... Oh, I don't have the thresholds to play, the influences to play that. Huh. I think I'm just going to play the hammer and start killing him. They have another Haunting Scream. This plays a little awkward. Okay, you know. It's tough. Like, maybe they're going to jam the Haunting Scream regardless. Maybe they play around the Lightning Strike or the Torch. Can you use your words? It's not that bad of a matchup because from a traditional TCG perspective, a matchup like a deck like that is going to be good against a deck like the one I'm playing because a lot of my cards are removal that lines up poorly against their cards. I don't have a way to gain life. I don't have an effective clock. The cards that I do have a clock for get destroyed by the burn spells that they're playing anyways. Their deck, just like their removal, doubles up as ways to kill my stuff. So it seems in general, in TCG theory, that matchup should be poor for a deck like Icaria Blue. So it's not that bad because could you fill in the because for me? Feel a little bit bad about having burned my silence on this since they played a Reaper. It's hard to know exactly what they have going on. I think I'm just gonna take this hit. Probably when I cast Harsh Rule if we had another resource. Scale of 1 to dead. Yeah, I'm just gonna.